think one of the things I want to do is kind of like talk some updates, stuff I got going on in the fish room, maybe just life in general. And then I think after that I'll get into some of my chores, start getting up, doing things around the fish room I need to knock out. And then yeah, go from there. Answering Q&As and shit all along the way. More than happy to. I actually really enjoy that when people pop in with questions. One, it kind of makes me think, right? Because like I gotta think about whatever you've got going on. But you know, it gives me something to talk about, I guess. Helps put context, content, whatever you want to call it out there. And Pat, what's going on? But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna get this going, and then start talking some updates, I suppose. Brody, hello. Hey, Brody. But is it love? Farizzle, hello. Miss Farizzle? Huh? What's up? Mr. Farizzle. No, son. Mr. Frizzle. Well, how you doing? A dabble do. Yes, sir. He's my favorite. I got a fucking e-nail, but it's broken, I think. Well, not really broken per se, but I think I need a power cord. It turns on and works, but it keeps saying error, and I don't have the power cord it came with. I have like another power cord that fit. So, day one of no smoking. That's what's up. What's the reason? Just out of curiosity. Like, whatever, don't smoke, dude. Fucking live your best life, right? Ain't nothing like that, but I haven't smoked for a long time. I just, the last year or two, started smoking. Other than that, I didn't get piss tested for work, so, you know. It's I don't know if funny is the right word, but it's interesting to me. Hey, what's up, what's up, Wyatt? Like I said, I haven't smoked for most of my adult life. And it's funny, like I said, last year or two, getting like into it, I guess. I didn't wait long enough. And this shit is it's a local grower that they've been working with, and I think this is his first run at making concentrates himself. So this shit's got a fair bit of like plant matter to it. Hard to say if it's that or the heat, but could be both. I'm relatively new to using a torch. Also, I got a little e-rig that I usually use, but it don't shit the bed on me. This is tuberculosis. Golly. It's TB for sure. Oh yeah, I burnt the whole fucking wooden pipe. Wyatt, appreciate you sharing that with the live, my man. Oh, you know what I need? Fucking water. Ooh. Killing myself wasn't on the plan. Yeah, facts. I know. Oh yeah, I fucked up. You know what I like? Tea, like a hot tea, coffee even, like if you're smoking in the morning or something. I've noticed those help a lot too. That's my favorite, man. I like to sit down, like if I'm doing this at night, I like to, yeah. That's what I'll do is I'll go get like I'll go make a cup of tea or something. Fuck yeah. Pull a little Bertha over. Hang out. I just killed the last of this stuff though. So I think part of what I'm going to do while I'm sitting here bullshitting is I think I'm going to scrape all these and see what I can. Scrape these and then clean the rig real well. Get all the reclaim I can out of that too and see where we're at. But nice little stock. There's not really much left to scrape. Kind of make a point of getting as much as I can anyway. But oh, hi, Blue. But Mr. Frizzle, so what's up, man? You fish tanks, or you just see a bald guy with a beard taking a dab, and you're like, I'm in. $55. That's what's up. That's what this one is. Both. All right. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. That'll get me too. I don't see many fat guys taking dabs in front of their fish tanks, though. So, you know, it's usually just me. Plenty of guys with hair, fuckers. But, big fan of dabs. I got, what the fuck all was it? A bunch of mental health shit. A bunch of, like, anxiety and panic. Well, so I got anxiety, generalized anxiety, panic, and had CPTSD on my list also. So I smoke for that. But I mean for the fucking fun of it too, but that's where I like the concentrates. Indica, I really don't do. My wife doesn't like the sativas. She smokes for a similar reason to me. Generalized anxiety, shit like that. Right, yeah, exactly. So, that's exactly, yeah. So that's why we don't have a lot of sativa in the house. Yeah, frizzle. If you have anxiety, sativa doesn't really help sometimes. Yeah, so that's why we don't have a lot of sativa in the house. Budgets being what they are, it just makes more sense to buy all indica. I want to start getting some sativa around because I am smoking so frequently. I want to start messing around. Everything's a hybrid now, anyways. So like, I don't even think I could get straight to sativa if I wanted it. But start trying to find something like that. Maybe find like yeah, exactly. Find something for the day that's not so sativa that's gonna send me into a fucking fit. But yeah, the sativa. That's exactly. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, okay, well, so maybe instead of like a 50-50, right, it ends up being like a 75-25 or some combination like that. I'm sure I can find a little. I got a pretty good shop that I go to with some availability, so I'm sure I could figure it out. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I do. I mean, make no mistake, a fat fucking rip off of Leafly website, all right, or app. Look up any kind of buds and it'll tell you side effects, taste, everything. Oh, sick. All right.
I think I might have just found the.
Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. You can look up any kind of buds. It'll tell you side effects. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Hell yeah. Leafly. Find weed near you. Hey, look at that. Weed delivery, pickup, and more. I wonder if Danny knows about this. Because he's trying to see if he can get into start doing some delivery stuff. I'm in Texas, so we don't have legalized weed. What we have is hemp. And so we have like some weird stipulations that it has to be within THCA, yeah, it's THCA. But it has to be like I forget how they do it, but it's like 0.03% or less or something like that by volume or by weight. But because of the way they weigh it, like I don't know, I don't understand. Danny broke it all down to me for it all basically to come out to be like, yeah, it's basically you're gonna get all the same effects. It's just not as potent as you can get in a lot of these weeds. So I'm like, all right. And I fucking anybody who comes down from Colorado, Oregon, other places, fucking well, and actually most of the shit is grown in Oregon. They harvest it early, so it's not as strong. There you go. That tracks. But he does a good job of making sure he gets good stuff in. And it's all got. I probably wouldn't need a tea break. Come hang out with you. I'd probably be knocked on my fucking ass. But down here, I'm a 10. Where I come from, I'm a heavy hitter. I actually grew up in Oregon, so I grew up with the illegal market out there. But it was essentially legal. Like, the amount of times I got caught with shit, and like they'll just take your baggie. Or take your pipe or whatever you got, like that's how it was back in the day. But so I grew up with that shit out there. That's some good shit. Could be. Sometimes it was garbage because the market. But I had a dude try to pay for a fucking truck with like two of the big ass plastic totes full of fucking trimmed bud. He was like, hey man, I got the money, but hang on. He pulls these things out, like drags me. He's like, you want this instead? It's like, yeah, but like, no. Sounds great, but I need the money. Baby Butch, what's up? But, fuck. Let's see, fish tanks. What do I got going on now? So, the situation, right? So this one here is a 55 gallon. I've been out of the hobby for a couple years now, so this is going to expand and change a lot. Hopefully sooner rather than later. It's already grown quite a bit compared to what I had like middle of December. But this will expand. But yeah, so I'm due to mental health issues. I'm not working anymore. So I am doing the full time thing with this. So between the social media side, content like this, lives, stuff like that. I've got some ideas floating around about like a podcast type framework. So we'll see if anything comes of that yet. Working on some longer format content. Rizio, what's up? Working on, and that's part of what I actually think I'm going to sit here and do, because I'll probably be live for a while tonight. I'm going to sit and I want to put some scripts together, some ideas for videos, which I'm taking suggestions. So if you're in here and you want to throw down some ideas for video suggestions, please let me know. I'm super down. Big Dick, what up? But yeah, so I've got some of that I'm feeding videos do good for me. Yeah, no, agreed, and that's what I do like to do already. That's part of it. Tonight I'm gonna go over their feed, and then I'm messing with some different live food cultures. So crindle worms are the one that I'm messing with right now. Well, crindle worms, and then hatching baby brine. I mean, everybody hatches baby brine at this point, but so I'm messing with the crindle worms, so that's fun. Those are good for content too, right? That's definitely interesting. But so yeah, the videos, stuff like that, like aquarium help, that kind of shit is I guess would be the social media content, internet side. And then here locally, I'm building up to breed and sell fish stores local to me. I've got one that I'm good friends with the manager there, have been from well before he got that job. So I already know that as long as I don't bring him garbage, he'll be happy to buy from me as long as I can provide him good shit, right? So I already know I can make some sales there. I live in a big enough area. I've got a lot of shops local to me too, so I'm hoping to do that on the local side. I thought about doing maintenance, like going into people's houses, and I don't think I want to do that. Again, the mental health thing. Like, I realized pretty quickly that driving there can be a problem, and then just being inside of somebody else's house is not good for the generalized anxiety and shit. So I think that's out, which is fine. Once I get back to Big Dick, once I get back to work and we finish this strike, I'll get back into fish stock again. Oh, that's fair. Oh, hell yeah, man. You on the generalized strike? Fucking get it, dude. Just fucking posting that you're striking, you may get people feeding your fucking videos just because of that, dude. Just to get some bucks in your pocket. Were you, forgive my memory, are you gonna ship fish? I'm considering it for Rizzle. I'm not sure exactly what he's striking for, but the only thing I know of is there's a massive general strike going on for fucking Trump and his goons in virtually every state. Steelworker, yep, going crazy over the strike in blue collar. Send me a message on your other one, bro. I got you. Yeah, it's something with fish. Oh no, he's in a steelworkers union. I think the Big Dick Aquatics is just like the social media. It's just his personal stuff. Yeah, but when you get the chance, brother, send me a message over there on that other one. I got you. In case you're wondering, it's fuck Trump, fuck ICE. Radical acceptance over here. Um, Nothing political, just our contract is up. Well, whatever. Timing's great. Call it the general strike. But, fuck was I saying, dude? Yeah, so I got the 55 gallon, 20 gallon. So the 55 has, mm-hmm. Yeah, my memory might be gone, but so's the anxiety. um, Although I am counteracting it. But yeah, so I'm down to ship fish. I'm scared of shipping fish. So, snails maybe, like as a kind of a first shot thing. Wyatt, I think that was you that asked, right? Wyatt, I'll send you shit. I'm happy to send you shit as my tester to see. That's what I did with. Oh yeah, I'll 100% ship you fish. I'm more than happy to. Videos on your local fish stores, possible stores. Yeah, I do need to do that. That's a really good idea. I haven't been going to fish stores incredibly often. I do. I did a. We had. I guess it wouldn't be a swap. It was what they call it, Aquapalooza. And actually, we had people come in, vendors. Whoever get a table, sell their fish plants. You know the deal. So I got some videos in there, and actually, I probably have some more of those I could post. So I got some of that. That was cool. I'm keeping an eye out to see if our local store. Actually, I need to get on Facebook groups and check. I want to, if there's any local groups doing any events or get-togethers. Ash, what's up? But I heard that COVID kind of killed a lot of that stuff. So I don't know if there's much going on. I'm actually with smoking and shit. I'm actually getting kind of in with like the hemp industry locally. So I'm super interested in going to some of their events too, handing out cards, shit like that. I mean, I like to smoke and watch my tanks. Who else wouldn't want to smoke or watch their tanks? You know what I'm saying? Sounds like you guys like to smoke and watch your tanks. But yeah, so I think that's great. I'm doing plant stuff too, like house plants. I'm gonna include that as well. Right, see, I'm gonna include that as well. So I'll probably be willing to ship house plants. I don't know what that looks like, but I'd probably be willing to do shit like that. The garden, vegetable garden and stuff too. So I'm gonna put as I'm starting seeds for the vegetable garden, I'm setting some aside with the intent just to sell. So I'll have some of that available as we come into March, start throwing those out. I got some shit people can buy here locally. Get their vegetable gardens going. House plants. Oh yeah, exactly. The only thing I smoke is food. That's fair. Yeah, that's and then especially when you include breeding fish, right? So that's an extra surplus of water, and I really don't like to waste water. So for me, if I'm saving it and I'm watering plants, putting it in the garden, like I have a tote underneath there that right now all my water is going into, and then that's what I water the plants out of. But I'm already almost not able to keep up with change water right now. But yeah, so I just figured, it's something that Um, Double use, right? And I don't expect to make a whole bunch of money off of one particular thing anyway. I think having a diversity of things that I'm doing is going to be my best option. Ash, how long have you been in the hobby? Ooh, like 12 or 13 years? Maybe a little longer. I had a couple fish tanks when I was a kid, and then as an adult, I got a fish tank at like 20 something. Oh, no, just kidding. It would have been like 19. And then I've had at least a tank in the house since. And then maybe the last 10 years or so is when I've gotten like heavy into it and really been like, okay, this is my thing. I may have a question then. Yeah, I've dealt with like a fair bit. What's up? While waiting for you to type that out, you have ick, and then you have eucalyptus something 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 that looks like ick, but it's totally different. How quickly would it transfer from new fish? Fast. Oh, absolutely, it could go fast. I forget the speed, but like so the white dots that you see on your fish is like the living adult, whatever. But it makes babies and drops the eggs into the substrate, and then they hatch in the substrate, and then they reattach to your fish. So I don't think that takes long for them to hatch out in the right conditions. Because like you're doing, when you treat ick, you're doing daily water changes. So I feel like every day you've probably got hatchlings. They're like invasive. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like probably, maybe, I don't know, minutes, hours sounds maybe a little quick, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. Wyatt aquarium plants. Yeah, that's one of the first ones I'm comfortable shipping. For sure. I'm working on that too. I don't have much in the way of plants going right now, but it's on the list. Ash, your questions have created my own questions. What's the situation that's created these incredibly specific questions? I'll tell you this. I asked because I got new guys and noticed 12 hours later they've been pulled already but stressed. Okay, so the new fish, you noticed ick on them 12 hours later, or the fish that you put them in with had ick 12 hours later? 12 hours sounds like plenty enough time, though. And the more stressed out they are, the faster it's going to get. 2 spots after I put them in the established tank. Yeah, that sounds totally plausible. Oh, I mean, ick's not that hard to treat, especially if you're only talking a couple spots. Like, a lot of times when people start asking me about ick, they send me a picture of their fish, and it's like fucking white. I'm like, your fish gonna die. I would say I would treat the whole tank. I wouldn't necessarily just treat the one fish. If it went inside your tank at all, I would just treat the whole tank. Alpha's keeping quarantine, so it may already be dead. Not if you see spots on the fish. I don't think it's dead if you see spots. Sleepy llama. Hey, are you familiar with pea puffers? I am. Those are actually on the list of something I want to try to breed. But I don't expect that to necessarily make me money. That would be something for, like, my enjoyment. I'll treat everything then. Yeah, I would strongly recommend. And I'll tell you, it seems to be kind of like a cold or the flu, or like it's something that's just in your tank all the time. And it's really just all about how stressed out your fish. Like if your fish are happy and healthy, their immune system's strong, they're not going to get ick. But when they start to get stressed out, they're way more susceptible to it. So changing tanks from a store, stuff like that. Oh yeah, you know, it's tons of stress. Sleepy Llama. Oh sweet, I have 7. Could I add a honey gourami? Heard of it working, but I don't want it to die. I've seen some of the yes, Ash. Some of them crazy. The main thing I've noticed with pea puffers is as long as the other fish are faster than them and don't have like giant flowy fins, and you have lots of plants and eye breaks and things in the tank, and they're fed well, I feel like you'd be fine. I don't have a ton, so I've kept them with like mollies and shit like that, and didn't have problems. Here for at 99, baby Molly started sitting at the bottom of the tank, not swimming, even after feeding. It's been 24 hours. I'm not sure what would cause that, to be frank. My first thought would be like an air bladder issue, swim bladder issue, but those usually don't sink them. They usually go up. Sleepy Llama, sweet thanks. Sure. Hope it helped. Puffers are good with my pearl gouramis and large gouramis. There you go. I haven't kept gouramis much. That's part of my issue. I've been out of the like I said, I've been out of the hobby for a couple of years, so some of this is like taking a little bit for me to remember. Cherry barbs that linger had to be removed. Yeah, stuff that's slow, long flowy fins, like shrimp, are not gonna make it, because they're non-stop hunting for crap. Yeah, super like non-stop too. The plants help, the density, like really dense tank, densely planted, lots of line of sight breaks seems to help the most. Gets them distracted, or things can get away from them. I want to breed pea puffers. That's totally what I want to do. I've got celestial pearl danios. So like puffers have my heart of all shapes and varieties. I love puffer fish. My favorite fish beside Bolivian rams. I have not done much with rams either. But yeah, no. Puffers are totally like one of my little passion fish. I just fucking love them. Nikki Sky, how often should I be doing a water change on a 20-gallon community tank, medium planted? So the standard advice is going to be 10%, 10 to 20% once a week is going to be the standard advice you get. I would highly encourage you to get test strips or the liquid kit, something to test your water. And I would just test it once a week and see where your levels are. And water change when your nitrates get a little high. So if you're in a medium planted tank, I would recommend you run that at least like 10 ppm nitrates. So I wouldn't even consider a water change until you're at like 20 ppm nitrates. And like if that takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, however long that takes. And then if like I wouldn't go more than a month without a water change, and that's just because I've always heard that there are minerals in the new tap water that we get that we can't necessarily test for. So I kind of view it that way, as like just recharging the water at least once a month. Can we talk about how fun it is to keep pea puffers? Yeah, we totally can. Dude, they're like little helicopters, and it's like just a little army of them. I love it. Doing them every 2 weeks. Yeah, that sounds totally reasonable. Especially if it's in, like you said, a mediumly dense tank, dense planted tank and stuff. But like I said, I really would recommend testing your water. You know, don't change more water than you necessarily need to. They get so fat, yeah. Big old bellies on them. Hell yeah, I love it. Nah, I think that's why I want I want to breed them, man. I want little baby puffers running around, my little buddies, my little baby buddies, my little buddy babies, baby buddy babies. But yeah, so I've got breeding right now. I've got Celestial Pearl Danios, Fire Shrimp, Green Jade Shrimp, Mystery Snails, which the Mystery Snails are one that I'm probably willing to ship also. I feel like they would ship fairly well. I don't feel like I'd have too many issues with them. I'm probably wrong as fuck. They're gonna be like the worst ones. Like, oh, what did I do? But yeah, so I've got Mystery Snails, which I've got lots of babies of those going right now. So I've got a ton of the eggs up top, but dude, there's already a ton of babies like crawling around. I see them all over the place on the glass, the little white dots. I got Phoenix. I got an Oscar. Hell yeah, I love Oscars. That was one of the first fish I kept. They have such great personalities too. They're really like a water dog. Little wet pet, little wet pet. You can breed rams. I don't have experience with rams, but I keep I keep seeing rams talked about. So I think that might be something I need to look into. But I'm trying to get an idea of what we go through locally too, which I will be doing African cichlids too, because that's a big one. That's a really big in my area. So, yeah, I love my Oscar. I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl, but I named it Pumpkin. Hell yeah. Well, on account of them not knowing English, I think he's fine with it. I think he's fine with it. That's cool. No, they're great. I really do enjoy them. They're not as aggressive as people make them sound like either. Like, so long as they're not small enough to be eaten, it's really not going to mess with them. Now, if they're small enough for the Oscar to swallow, then it's game over. Just hot water like 82, yeah. Yeah, I need to look and see how we sell them here. I need to run to the fish store too and pick some more stuff up. So I'm looking at Dainty Cories is one that I was recommended to breed by one of the stores. So those are one of the ones I'm gonna do next. Well, I got a little bit out of this, so that's good. So, because I got guppies going and stuff too, so it's like I've kind of got like some community breeding tank going. So I want to see if I can get at least a tank set up where it's just kind of like I don't gotta pull eggs, I don't gotta do any of that. And I think Dainty Cories are one that I can get away with that, where they really aren't gonna mess with their eggs too much. The CPDs I have to pull those eggs, but I'm gonna put an automatic catcher in. right now I'm doing it by hand, which I'll be getting up here in a minute and going to do, but go pull everything by hand, which is fine. It's whatever. If there's eggs in it, I'm gonna sort it over here. That's what I did last time. Sorted everything. Taking them with like a squeegee, sorting it, and moving it into that breeder box up there, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Lady Wolf, what's up? But so I just started getting eggs on those Celestial Pearl Danios, so that's fun. That's different. I've never bred an egg scatterer either, so. Vodka, how do you make water more hard? You can add rocks to it, crushed coral, stuff like that. They have like pH up and stuff you can buy, but like I don't recommend that. I would, if you have soft water and you need your tank water to go up, I would just use like a crushed coral as like a substrate, and it'll naturally raise your hardness. Some crushed coral, rocks, stuff like that sitting in there. And then small water changes so you don't crash the hardness like all of a sudden. Wyatt, what catfish do you have, Phoenix? Phoenix, my Oscar and catfish are best friends. Oh, that's dope. Lava flow, I don't know. I have never had a problem with planaria, thank God. But I've heard it's a pain in the ass. I actually think there's certain types of fish that eat it, but don't quote me on that. But, yeah, no. Never fucked with planaria. They, man, they'll like, I think they'll kill like shrimp and, lava flows, what's your favorite setup? Like of mine currently, or just in general, what would be like my favorite setup? Colton, I got a question. Well, that's pretty convenient, because I'm here to answer questions if you got them. What's up? Let it rip. What do you got? Currently, I only have the two behind me, and I hate to say this, but they both suck. But the 55 gallon would be my favorite right now. It's got the most going on in it, and it's the most like kind of scaped. But I'm very displeased with what I have going on currently. But I'm more broke than I am displeased, so here we are. Blackbeard algae in my tank, best fish to eat that stuff? I have no idea. I struggle with blackbeard algae, to be frank, actually. That's one that I deal with quite a lot. And I have not put a fish in my tank that eats it. Figure that out. You let me know. The only thing I have found that seems to really treat it would be like a blackout, like a 3-day blackout, or hydrogen peroxide. Like pull it out of your tank, spray it with hydrogen peroxide, and then put it back in the tank. That's the only other thing I've found that fighting it for months, it keeps. Yeah, that's I've just given up on it. Like, I don't stress over algae in my tank too bad. I'll deal with it if it starts to get like out of control, but like if I've got some blackbeard growing on some rocks or some wood, I've got, you know, now if it starts to take over the plants and shit like that, or just getting like unruly where it's like just fucking long hair algae everywhere, like yeah, I'll deal with that. But the little bits of algae and shit, I don't even fucking worry about. But after a minute, hard no. Hey, you gotta do you. If it's not your thing, you get rid of it. You know what I mean? Squirrel Master. What's a good brand of light to support corals? I don't know. I haven't grown corals, so I can't say. The best advice I would have would be to make sure that it's labeled coral and get it from, you know, a brand that you see somebody other than me recommend. I could help you with plant lights, but I run Colton. Yeah, I run 3 tanks, and my 1 tank has it. Yeah. I've got some of it starting to come in on that tank, kind of whatever. Thoughts on using distilled water to lower GH? I think that's perfectly fine if you want to. Do it slowly and within reason, and just remember you'll have to keep it consistent. So, like, if you get down to a certain point, just leave it. But, so now are you talking, like, full water changes? Or are you just like, oh, my GH is a little high, let me add, like, a gallon of distilled water to bring it down or something? Now, if you're talking like RO water that you can go buy at like whatever, like a RODI unit, yeah, I mean, it's great. Just you have to keep it consistent and test, remineralize and stuff. Colton, Fluval Marine 3.0 is a good for starter. I know Fluval's a good brand, so I'd trust them. Tylik, have you ever resealed an aquarium? Yes, I have. Yep, it's not too awful hard. Cleaning and getting the right silicone are kind of the main things. Dark Immortal, have you tried? Yep, I love Higer. I'm sort of kind of sponsored by Higer. I get a lot of samples and shit. So the light on this little tank's a Higer, the heater in that tank's a Higer, the air pump running the tanks are Higer. Yeah, big fan. Not everything they make is good. They have, you know, you gotta kind of look. They have some products that are just trash, but they're usually a trash price also. But they're plant lights and heaters, things like that, the decent ones, yeah, and you get them for a very reasonable price. I was thinking, fuck 90% water change only. What? 90% water change? What are you talking about? Ice Blue, I was thinking a gallon at a time during weekly water changes. My GH is really high. Yeah, sure, that's not a bad option. Just make sure you're consistent. And I don't know what the difference may or may not be between distilled water and RO water. So, but if you're doing like, you know, like, yeah, like say you're changing 5 gallons and you do 4 gallons of tap water and then like a gallon of distilled or something, then yeah, I wouldn't stress over it. I just make sure you keep that ratio every time. Also, I don't know why in particular you want your GH to come down, but in my experience, most fish are going to be fine with that, and they're going to prefer the consistency. So, not all the time, but in most situations, I've found that I really don't like to adjust my water. Tara, I have a rescue beta. He's in my newly cycled snail tank. Nice. Any fast-growing plant recommendations? Do you have plant soil, or what would you be planting into? Because that's going to determine what I say. Because if you've got good soil, I'd say like jungle val, shit like that. If you don't have good soil, I'd say maybe like hygrophila, or you could do, I mean, they're not, like Java fern shit's not fast growing, but how did you manage to do that? The brand deals, I've been on TikTok for a long time. And then recently I've started up on TikTok Shop, and I'm messing with that. Can you put 2 small heaters in one tank for a betta? Yeah, absolutely. The biggest problem to be careful. So when you set the temperatures, they're gonna heat to that. The biggest problem can be like if one of them breaks and gets stuck in the on position. If you have like a 300-watt heater in a 10-gallon tank, technically that's fine. But if it gets stuck in the on position, it's gonna like fry your shit. So if you're gonna run two heaters, I would recommend 2 heaters, maybe about the same wattage, and have them set to close to the same temp, or maybe one just a little bit lower. I do 90% water changes every 2 weeks. Colton, what fucking fish do you have? Dark Immortal, always use 2 heaters in case, because, yep. Ice Blue, I read you can use distilled water from the grocery store. Is that okay? I have no stores with RO. Yeah, it should be fine. I don't know of any reason it would be an issue. I would recommend, just because I'm a hyper nerd, like test it and just see what the numbers look like. 1 slot. Have you heard about, I don't like where this is going. Have you heard about the big fish kill going in Florida? And if so, I used to live in Florida, so I'm aware of some problems we have, but I'm not aware of this in particular. Or I used to live in Florida. I'm not there now, but what's the details on that? I'm not familiar. Ice Blue, albino corridors, and Pristilla tetras. Hell yeah. Terra Fluval topped with sand. That's what's up. Tara, that was the plant question, right? Yeah, okay, I had to go back up. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would do, is it a 20 gallon? Yeah, I do stuff like, I look at like valves. Amazon swords are cool, but they get big, but they're cool. Yeah, you'll be able to grow basically anything. Hygrophilia are cool. They grow really fast. Any of your stem plants are going to grow super fast. Verka, hi, I remembered Verka. What's up? Good to see you too. I'm gonna go with Eb. Are 2 8-watt heaters good for 1 5-gallon? So let's see, what is it? It's like 5 watts per gallon is what I hear recommended the most. So what would that be? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? 2 8-watt heaters. So by that amount, what would that be? 16. That'd still be like a little shy. But I mean, depending on how well, you're probably going to be running it hot too for a beta. So I would maybe go a little higher than that. But depending on your house conditions, it might be fun. And trying to get into stingrays, yeah, after ends up having discus, and so I want rays. They're illegal in Texas, so I don't get them. Gotta go, brother. Have fun. Wyatt, take it easy, man. I appreciate you hanging out. Boomer, would juvenile cardinal tetras, harlequin raspberries be okay for 7 days? Yeah. Yep. The few days leading up to it, I would recommend feeding heavy. And then the day before you leave, do a nice good water change and stop feeding them. And yeah, you should be fine. And in my experience, as long as they're full-grown fish, a week is fine. It's not like ideal, right? But it's fine. Like, way better than to have them die from water quality issues. Oh, you did say juvenile. I don't know about the juvenile part. I know young fish are a lot more testy. And I am breeding fish, but I don't really have any that are young like that I'm messing with yet. I've got the guppies, but I also don't know how long they'll go without eating. So, 10 gallon, Tara, 10 gallon, but I have a 20. I'll take any recommendations. Yeah, I mean, listen, you can put big ass plants in a 10 gallon. It's just how often you trim it. So, high grows, stem plants. I would look at stem plants. Yeah, floaters are dope. Floaters are awesome. I would really put, so like I've got frog bit in here, but floaters are cool. I had red root floaters, I think it was, in with my beta I had. Yeah, kind of. So it depends on if you want to talk like conceptually and shit like that. But if you're like, what would good plants be? I know. I don't like concepts, shit like that. You know what I mean? Boomer, they're about 1.5 2 inch long right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. When they're not into adults, I don't know. And I know they can be a lot more temperamental, though. I would be hesitant. I would be maybe interested in trying to get somebody to come halfway through and feed or something. Sorry, I had to tell it. I'm not fucking sleeping. Porcupine fish, like the puffer fish, the saltwater puffer. Fuck yeah, I had one. The only saltwater tank I've had was to get puffer fish. For guppies, I'm running mine at 75. I think they would be happy with warmer temperatures too, so I think you might be able to go up into like 78 and be okay. I like to run my tanks on the lower end of their range. I feel like I have less issues that way. Craig, hey, appreciate the follow. Thank you. Okay, maybe I'll have someone come halfway through. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you know, I really wouldn't trust my opinion on that. Like I said, man, I would do some more research on your own, maybe. I don't have the experience to give you a good answer there. Puffer, yeah, okay. Need some help? I might be able to help then. What's up? Rome Diggity? Appreciate that. Violation after violation. Yeah. 77, 78. I think you're probably fine. For guppies, right? That was? Yeah. Yeah, you should be okay. Colton, 125. I've got angelfish, African cichlids. The Africans are getting along with the angelfish. Tinfoil barbs, bala shark. That surprises me. I really figured the African cichlids would be fucking that angelfish up. Stevie, kind of schooling fish do you think would be okay with small cichlids or rams? Ooh. So rams. What did I keep with mine? Not ram. I didn't have rams, but I had a blue cara, and I think they're similar aggressiveness. Gosh, I'm not sure off the top of my head. I would say make sure they're fucking fast. Fast, and I don't know how small you want. But if you go with something a little bit bigger, like Danios maybe? Like giant Danios? I don't know. Gosh, I really don't know. Grow out of 10 gallons for my African cichlids. That's what's up. I need to set a tank up. I want to start breeding them. Super lazy, doesn't want to do anything, but he eats. Super lazy, like lays down or just kind of hangs out in a corner. Gosh, I would say make sure your water levels are good. Is that my wifey?
What?
Oh, I said, is that my wife? And it is not. Colton, 72 gallon bow front with a ton. Nice. Send me a IM and I'll send you some videos. Alright, I'll try to remember when we get off of this. I was thinking about some sort of tetra. The rams and cichlids are about 1 to 1.5 inches max. They get bigger than that though, I think, right? That's just like the juvenile side. I guess it depends on what type of cichlids, but things out in a corner. Yeah, I would start with testing your water quality, and then I would look into like enrichment. But like I didn't really have anything fancy. I had a little, like it was a Fowler tank. You got anybody else in there with you? The Queen News, how cycle your water fast. The fastest way I've found to do it is going to be to get cycled media off somebody else. I am selling some. I have a little bit in stock that I'm happy to sell. If you're interested, message me. But you get that cycled media already, and you put that in your aquarium or in your filter, and then yeah, you're cycled, and then you, from there go slow, add fish slowly. But angelfish are good with rams. Okay, I haven't dealt with angelfish. Parameters are good. Yeah, I don't know then. Why are my husband's guppies dying when the water tests are fine? Maggie Fran, I have a couple ideas. My first question would be, what were your actual like ammonia, nitrate levels, like the number? And then my next question is, how hard is your water? Is it soft water? Like, how high is your pH? Because that could be it too. They really like hard water. I also have a reed snake in there though, or snakefish. No, these are smaller. I used to have bass in that tank. Okay. Greg Glazer, there's a fire angel and firefish. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, but I don't have better answers for you than that. Mine was fairly active. It wasn't like swimming around all the time, but it was fairly active. 2 electric blue crayfish in my tank with guppies. Changed the water quality much? How big a tank? Violation. How big a tank? Stevie jumped out when I was on a fire call. Oh, shit. That sucks. Colton, I appreciate the follow. Zach, best all-in-one plant fertilizers. This aquarium plants, I'm assuming. Aquarium Co-op are my favorite ones so far. Other than that, Seachem has a decent one. Nobody talks about fish addiction. Fish addiction is real. Maggie Fran, let me ask. You should ask. Yeah, let me know. That'll help me a little bit more. But my first guess is the water might be too soft. Guppies just die. Yeah, I think that's in soft water though, man. Like, I don't, in our hard water, like in Texas, we don't have guppy problems. I went from, yeah, to 35 tanks. It'd be like that. Wyatt, I appreciate you sharing the live. Violation, had the same problem with my guppies dying with perfect water. Bricked up. What are the best tall plants? Amazon swords, jungle val, and the hygrophilas. Like any of those stem plants I love, and they grow super fast. CJ, how can I get my fish to grow better in sand, or your plants? I'm assuming you meant plants, and for plants I would start with root tabs. If you did mean fish, I don't understand the question.
Oh, sorry.
Violet, 10 gallon. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I think that's too small. Strictly fishy, thank you for the follow. Shaw, stocking ideas for 20 gallon. Guppies are cool. Pea puffers are cool. Neon tetras and shit like that, like nano schooling fish, look pretty cool. 20 gallons nice because you have a little bit more playroom than like a 10 gallon. 2 German rams. One of them is stressed and the other is fine. Why do you think that is? Oh, it could be so many things. The other one could be dominant. The stressed one could just be sick or something. Could be, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to get more information. Stevie, Fish Dad Chronicles, bruh. What, bruh? Probably not, Fish Dad. My chats can be a little, and if it didn't, I missed it. My bad. Just ask again. Maggie, we have hard water. He's looking to try and find the tests. I know ammonia was only slightly elevated. Well, if your ammonia's up, I would say that could be it. That'd be my first thing to see. You also could just suck with guppies. Like, Java Fern, supposed to be extremely easy. I can't fucking grow it. Sea Chem Flourish, yep. I have in the past. I don't use it anymore, but that's just because I like the aquarium co-ops. Fish Dad, did my question not come through? I think I answered that. Bricked Up, thank you for the follow. Violation, thank you. Wheelio, so recently my common snapping turtles got into a fight. Do you think I should separate them? I'm not familiar with snapping turtles. I don't know if they're social. I'd say look into it first and find out if they're social or if there's like male-female issues or like you can't have two males into a tank, stuff like that. Fish Dad, I still haven't seen another question, by the way. Just FYI. Kayla, what small creatures can I keep in a 5-gallon? Shrimp, snails. Betas are okay in a 5-gallon, but I think they'd be much happier in a 10. Community tank, zebra danios, platies, and they're fine. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it could be just sometimes you just suck at stuff. If you want to try out shipping, okay, I'm not there yet. I'm not nowhere near there yet. I'm still building up my own colonies, but I got you. Threw them away. Thank you for the info. Yeah, just test it, check them again. Make sure if your hardness is below like a 7, I would look at doing something to bring it up, maybe. Recently got a 10-gallon. Some fish you think I can put in it? Beta is cool for a 10-gallon. Shrimp are always a win. Neon tetras are cool. Pea puffers. How many cherry shrimp do you recommend starting out with in a 10-gallon? How many cherry shrimp? And a koi beta? Oh, gosh, I don't know. Handfuls. You could probably throw 10 shrimp in there and be fine. Wheelio, that's a great question for Jim Rocket. Oh, yeah, that's, he's got turtles, right? I think I know that. Oh, Ariel, hi. Eb, appreciate the follow. Stopped scrolling because I heard Fish Dad. The fish rag follow. Thank you, Kayla. Oh my god, I love shrimp. I would love that. But what kind of snails? I wouldn't do mystery snails, but like rabbit snails. Murites have a lot of cool color snails to them. I do mystery snails, but I don't know how happy they'd be in a 10-gallon. Yeah, Fish Dad. It was a name. He asked a question. Didn't come through, and I haven't seen another one from him, so I don't know. If anybody sees him ask something, if I can toss it my way, let me know. What do I buy for my 300-gallon outdoor? Everything. Red-tailed catfish. Red-tailed catfish. Actually, I'm kidding. 300-gallon might not even be big enough for a red-tail. What are you into? You have no name. He's black. The fish rag recently got a 3 and 3-gallon. A school of 5 Placos, maybe a couple Oscars. Is that good? The fish rag, that sounds like bullshit. I don't believe that that's a real question for 1 second. But no, is the short answer. If you end up with too many snails, get us. Yep, assassin snails. Kayla, Bet, thank you. Happy to help. Jonathan, do you know what could cause plant leaves to curve almost like an umbrella? Calcium. I think we'll do that. G. Josh, Texas Hill. Oh, shit. Thoughts on putting a largemouth bass in a 50-gallon tank? I don't know, but I don't think that's big enough. I think largemouth bass need like quite a bit of space. I'm just worried about the size. Is the gar good? 300. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gar should be fine. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gar should be fine. Zach, I have 180. Already have a Bisher going in it. What else? Dude, do all the prehistorics, man. What are the other ones? You could probably do like a mudfish. And what the hell? There's like a long dinosaur looking fucking I can't think of what it's called. Thank you for the follow tack. My dream fish. Stingrays. I want stingrays. I can't have them though. How many tanks? Just the 2 for right now. Well, I guess technically 3, but this one's not set up yet. For now. Many more coming. Fish rag, kidding. Came across your live, just here for support. Oh yeah, I figured. I see the picture of the Oscar up there. I had a feeling. I know a bullshit question when I see it. that was too specific to be a genuine you don't know better question. Breeding exotics. It's not 125 minimum. What is not? Not sure what not. Filter list, plant and shrimp takes. Not personal experience, but I mean I know the concepts and shit like that. Knife fish, fuck yeah. Yeah, I think a knife fish would be good in a 180. Like a ghost knife or something. 2 ponds, 9 tanks. I want a pond. Fish do you have in yours? So it's mostly just nanos, 20 gallon. I've got half black guppies, fire shrimp, and then I've got mystery snails, CPDs, Santa Maria endlers, and green cherry shrimp. It's all for breeding projects. I don't know what I'm gonna stock my 500 pond with. Everything. I would, well, if it's already got like stuff in it, I'm not sure, but a 500 gallon outdoor pond, I would be coying it up all day long. Sweet Susie. What's up, by the way, everybody? I appreciate y'all popping in and hanging out. Roll something up. Favorite fish you have right now? Celestial Pearl Danios. Well, or mystery snails. I just love mystery snails. Greasy, appreciate the follow. Said breeding projects. I said follow. Me too, bro. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm trying to... I'm not working now, so I'm trying to do this the full-time gig, so I want to get breeding going and selling them local stores. 75-gallon run whore. Oh, Jesus. And I had pothos plants. I keep getting told to plant the plants in. Yes, sir. Keep getting told to plant the plants in. Pothos can't grow inside of your aquarium like the stems and the roots can. So if you're talking about where to put the pothos, you can just stick like the stems in the water and leave the leaves sticking out. You can do that anywhere, in the hang on the back or in just like the top of the tank somewhere. Man, wifey texted me. Jesus. Yeah, like I've got pothos in both of those. But if you're talking about planting tank fit, like plants inside of your tank, pothos isn't one that'll do it. Guppies, neo shrimp, and I just got a colony of orange river snails. I haven't heard of orange river snails. HOB in the tank. I would say that's just preference. What do you want? You know what I mean? So you'll probably get better filtration if you have it in the hang on the back, because you constantly have like water flowing over the roots. But I think it makes a huge difference even just sitting inside the tank. All of mine are just in the tank. So I really would say it's preference. New in the hobby, still undescribed. Oh shit. How'd you get a hold of something undescribed, my man? Hope your tacos were good. That's what we had for dinner. Related to Japanese trapdoors. Oh shit. Okay. How do you get your? So one of my goals with this is to get going enough, and then I want to start working with endangered species and stuff like that, and like rewilding projects and things like that. That would be super fun for me, and like I feel like rewarding. There are a few people working with them too. Did you have to buy them off of them? Are they selling them, or are you just didn't know? Run Horror, appreciate the follow. One they're calling the blueberry, the other one is an orange river snail. I feel you there, yeah. They are selling. All right, shit, I'll have to check it out. You buy them off like Aquabid or? Yeah, one of my pet projects for breeding when I'm there is gonna be puffers, pea puffers. But that's gonna be entirely just pet project. The stuff I'm doing right now is to more with the intent of making a business out of it. Stuff that's gonna sell, shit like that. I got an avocado puffer yesterday and he isn't eating. And he reckon super skinny and was okay. So puffers are very temperamental. I'm not familiar with avocado puffers in particular, but puffers in general are very temperamental. So it could be like a depression type thing. Like he's just fucked up from getting moved around. It sucks that he's already skinny because usually my recommendation is wait, give it a few days. Do you know, especially since it's like a surrendered, does it look like maybe it's an internal parasite thing? Because the next option would be maybe put it in a small rehab tank, treat it for internal parasites, and see if you can get some kind of a live food in there for it to entice it maybe. Super small, yeah. You'll find the one or two? Okay. Orange rotational river snail. Okay, probably that's what I'm thinking. The other thing would be is that maybe it's got worms. Why do my cories always die? How quickly after you put them in the tank? My first thought would be some sort of an acclimation issue, but recently fell in love with pygmy cories. I'd love to start breeding them. Wouldn't do it. I'm gonna start working with. My plan is to start working with dainty cories. Can I dose fertilizer while still cycling? Yeah, probably. So if you have enough plants that you feel like you need to dose fertilizer, you may never show a complete cycle. FYI. It's all gonna depend on how many plants and stuff you have in there, but if you have enough plants, it's totally possible that you're you may not see. So you may not even need to dose right now either, depending. Superior shrimp and aquatics. Okay, bet. Glowfish, hate them, love them. I'm gonna say I hate them. I don't like the idea how heavily like physically modified they've been, and like we were injecting. I know there's ones that like aren't injected and shit now, but for me that market is just gross. I'm not interested. I'm down for like breeding fish and like hybrid fish and stuff like that. Like if they're close enough in species and they'll breed, whatever. But I'm not down for like injecting them with shit, and I'm not down for like the modifications and like cutting them up for visual appearances and shit like that. I have bought fish online. I'm very careful about who I buy them from, and I haven't bought a ton. Really, I've only bought from stores that I've actually like met the owners. So, but you should be fine. I mean, people buy fucking fish all the time. I wouldn't really stress too much. Do a little bit of research, make sure it's trustworthy. We should be good. Have a 6-pack. I was gonna treat for parasites and worms, soak the food in garlic, guard. Yeah, that all sounds perfect. Yep. I don't have experience feeding puffers medicated food, so I don't know if they'll take it or not. I know puffers can be weird sometimes. Dude, it's crazy something fishy. Why is there so much hate in the fish world, like the fish police? Yeah, it can be pretty bad. Like, I do think we have a duty to put out proper care for fish, right? So encouraging good behavior, educating, teaching about fish and their needs, good. But like being a prick, there's no reason. Like, I don't think that commenting on everybody's tank that isn't set up right and talking shit is the way to do that. You know, and like, God, people come after you just for asking questions, like trying to learn shit. And I'm like, rah, 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 shut the fuck up. I'm not about it. It doesn't have to be. Like, most of us are fucking introverts with like anxiety and shit. Like, we're fucking already a mess. Don't be assholes to each other. Acclimated them all fine. Always fine, but the Corys. You may just suck at Corys and Tetras, dude. Like, that's just a thing sometimes. Like, I can't do Java Fern. It's supposed to be one of the easiest plants to grow. Nobody can kill it, and I cannot keep it in my tanks. It just dies. It does not survive, no matter what I do. That could be you with Corys and Neons. Especially if all your other fish are fine. 60 gallon. How many angel fish can I pair in there? What types of angel fish do you have? I'm gonna look up how big they get. I don't know how big. And at 60, like, I think you could probably put a few in there. Oh, damn. Holy shit. I missed a bunch. You know, my shit just, like, dropped. I missed a bunch of messages. So, see. Waiting to add fish. Nitrates still show. Never had her chance of not. Yeah, if you have, it's possible that the plants are eating it faster than it'll show up. Suggestion, 75-gallon tank. I was thinking, I agree. Texas cichlid and do stuff like that. That'd be dope. $150 budget. How many gallons could I get? Holy fuck, dude. Not many. It's so expensive now. Especially if you're going like brand new. I think like 40-gallon tanks are going for like $150 brand new. Yeah, I don't listen to no one on fish. Well, there's something to be said about learning and improving, right? I'm learning shit all the time. But yeah, you know, ain't nobody need to be in here be the fish police. Any ranchos? Nah, online, I'd say. Jess, appreciate the follow. Medicate a snail and feed it to the puffer. Yeah, that might work. Hi from Michigan, Jess. Hello. People hate that I put a blue and purple tang in a 50-gallon frag tank. Yep, not familiar with salt, so I don't know whether or not that is appropriate or not appropriate, in my opinion. I have no clue. They're so rude, right? Yeah, it's crazy. We're just sharing our passion. Yeah, exactly, you know. And I mean, when we have these fish in our care, we do have an obligation to make sure that they're treated fairly. You know, but again, that doesn't make it okay to be a fuckhead. when I started, I had people telling me to check the water 3 times a day for the rest of my life. Like, no. I do recommend new hobbyists or new tanks to be tested frequently until you learn the cycle. But there really is, like, a lot of times I test my tanks by smelling them. Like, I'll walk up and be like, they smells fine. If it starts to smell a little funky, I'm like, okay, I might need to test it. But no, but I kind of got an idea of what the tanks are doing now. It's why I like test strips, though, is because it also makes it quick and easy to test rather than the science experiment. While shedding babies, yeah, they do that when they're stressed. Same with duckweed. I don't have a problem with duckweed. Jacob, yeah, no problem. Wyatt, 20 gallon. I don't see context to that, my guy. I just see 20 gallon. $1 per gallon. Yeah. But they don't do that. That's fair. That's fair. If you keep an eye out for the $1 per gallon sale, that's going to give you your best shot. That is a good point. Oscar, and if it's, in my opinion, no. I would say no. A lot of other people would tell you that a 55 gallon is the minimum for an Oscar. I personally really think that's a little too small. I think 75 gallon would be my minimum, with like a 125 being optimal. But personal opinion, I would encourage you not to put an Oscar in 55. 3 koi yearlings in an indoor 270 gallon. I'm so jealous. I want koi. 3 times a day? Yeah, not 3 times a day. Not unless you're having problems. Now, if I've got issues, Greasy, you know, that's what everybody says. And in my experience, they're fine. Like, I've sat and compared. Now, you know, you gotta buy. Don't go buy the most basic, shitty, cheap. Here.
What's that smell?
Test strips. You know, get some test strips that are from a reputable brand. But in my opinion, they're fine for most people. 75 gallon for 1 Oscar. Yeah, that's my opinion too. I would consider 75 the medium, the middle, or the minimum. How many tanks do you have? I have 3 currently, only 2 set up. In the process of expanding. Is it safe to use driftwood from the lake? Yes, with some research and cleaning.
There's 16 people in there.
Right now, yeah, it's actually been pretty active, dude.
Hey,
like, I'm gonna need you to
go to RSX. Like, I got parts.
I'm gonna need you to roll me one, because I ain't got time to roll and talk at the same time. There you go, make you work for it.
Let them know I got car parts.
If it's za, oh, you know it's za. Yes, sir.
Za.
Only the best. Flower horn in 75. I miss my flower horn. Finding a light for 180 gallon for plants. I would encourage you to look at what Higer offers. I like their plant lights a lot. I do get sent a lot of samples from them, but I bought and liked their shit well before that. The samples are part of the reason I can tell you that they're definitely worth getting. Some of them are shit. Check the reviews. You know, some of them are garbage. Courtney, I got you.
What the fuck?
That's what I never did. Oh, you got it. No. So yeah, so you're gonna hold that, and then that it's childproof, and then pull, and it's kind of a pull. Yeah. Yeah, it's childproof. That's why you struggled with it. I just don't know if I can trust. I've compared them to the drops, and sometimes there's a little bit of a difference, but it's so insignificant that I think unless you're breeding something super sensitive, I don't even think it's worth the time. If you have the time, and great, do it. But for me and a lot of the people I talk to, I find you're better off to have the strips, because otherwise, testing the tank with a strip, sometimes, especially when you're learning, to me is better than not testing, because you don't want to do it because you have the drops. Zaw, guys, y'all don't see the tent. That is vegetables. Oh, I don't know. AI, probably. AI is a good brand. I would imagine those would be great. Bubbler lights are great. I have a 4-foot one. I don't know how well those would grow plants, but yeah, the ambiance is dope. Maybe just need more than one. Didn't when I just joined, bro. First time I'm here. Oh, what'd I miss? Oh, yeah. Oh, I missed a question too. My bad. Is a 32 gallon a big enough for a temporary grow out tank? It depends on what you're growing out. Yeah. And I would say make sure. In most cases, I would recommend you to have the bigger tank ready to go because more often than not, people aren't going to go out and buy that new tank. So for plant substrate, for a new plant tank, I really like the Fluval Stratum. That's a little more expensive, but it's nice. I also like Seachem Flourish. Most anything labeled plants, though, is going to do you good. Acquired a 200-gallon tank.
Nice.
I've been setting on it for 2 years. Don't know what to do. You send it to me. Put African cichlids in it. A cart? No.
Cart?
Yeah. No.
No, that peasantry.
No. Now, lighten up the dab rig, maybe so. Maybe so. Fill it up and get some fish, right? See, I agree. Best, yeah. That's my philosophy, my take on it. I just don't know what direction to go with it altogether. African cichlids, it's my vote. Why do half my tissue culture plants always melt? I think they're always gonna melt. Because tissue culture, I think, is grown above water. So once you put them in water, they're going to have to transition. I got like 6 Corys. What are the odds they breed? 1 in 6. I don't know. 200 gallon, that screams. Could do salt water, yep. Start screams, appreciate the follows. Stuart the Frog, hello. Jen is everything bagel. Fluval Stratum's nice. I like Stratum. It's a little expensive, and it sometimes can be a pain in the ass to mess with because it can be dirty. Good plants for a 5-gallon. Anything nano, like nano. Was it like I think Barterized got a nano. Nubis has like a nano petite. 5 gallons hard. This small tank.
Beta.
Planted discus tank. You ain't talking about the 5. Oh, you're talking about the 200 gallon though. That would be sick. Tissue culture is grown in a sterile environment, so living water makes it melt like most of the time. Yep, that's what I thought. They're grown out to wild. They're grown not aeroponically. Right? No, yeah, no, maybe so. Yeah, and a girl. Yeah, I've got house plants and stuff going too. I'm turning this into a full-time business is the goal. So, and part of that is I plan on selling house plants as well as aquarium stuff. So, plus my own vegetable garden. I got a bunch of stuff started to put out in the garden come March. Yeah, that gel is like a fertilizer shit. Literally my life. Oh yeah, you're full-time? 25-gallon tank worth 2 goldfish. With 2 goldfish. They are different breeds. Found this out later. Anyway, tank was F? Like F minus? Like it was fucked? Oh, tank was fucked. Yeah, that's fair. Euphorbia? I don't know what that is. Riley, find no issues, and then all of a sudden they have ick, and it's not getting. Yeah. Have you done the massive plant genus? Oh, okay. So it's a specific line of plants. The biggest house plants I fuck with right now is like the giant monsteras. I just got a Thai constellation. And I know the real money where it's really worth it is in the like rarer house plants. So I know I need to start working into that. But people call them cactus all the time, but they are not. Oh, okay. I'm new to this. Would you be able to join the live real quick to show you what's going on? Sure. Well, not. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to invite you. Oh, David, hey, thank you for the dolphins. I appreciate that. Oh, I don't think I can multi-guest. Oh, I can't. Yeah, no, it won't. I can't let you join because of the way I have it set up. You can send me pictures in IM if you want, and I'll look at them after the live. What nano AIO would you buy? I'm setting up my first tank. So it's hard for me to say because I don't have personal experience. I haven't really bought a lot, but the ones that interested me the most were the Fluval Flexes. I'd love to get one of those still. Or what is that cube? There's that cube one that's usually like a reef tank. Comes on a little stand. It's in like a cube. Those are pretty dope too. But I'm not saying they're good or not. Those are just the ones I'd be interested in trying. Column tank? I have a 10-gallon column tank. I don't know what a column tank is. And what kind of cichlids are they? My pH test is blue, and I'm trying to add new plants. I don't have fish yet. Okay. Well, right off the bat, if you don't even have fish in there, I don't know that you have anything in particular to be concerned about. Did you send me a picture? Red Reef? Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of experience in saltwater IO. I wanted to join next and show you my plant. I'll tell you what I will start doing as I have people interested in jumping in. Next time I go live, I will... I won't do the duel. Oh, I think I got... Oh, no. Okay, that's... Yeah, send me a message in TikTok and with your picture, I'll take a look at it and see. Next time I go live, I'll take it off the duel. It's because I have it on the duel mode, and I almost didn't. I almost changed it this time, but I decided fuck it for the fish before I buy any. Yeah, no, that's David. Making sure the water's safe for the fish is absolutely the right decision. I can't think of many situations where you wouldn't be safe to put the plants in. So you're probably good to go ahead and just put the plants in, and that's going to help you a lot with getting your tank ready for fish. Yeah, if you send me, I'm assuming it's a picture of your water test. If you send me a picture, let me know when you send it to me. I'll take a look at it, and I'll take a look at it and see if I can't figure something out from here. Column tank, the tall ones, and you have electric. Column tank. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. My bad. My bad. My bad. You good, bro?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh.
Roll back on me.
Electric yellow, African blue, and a blue ram. Do I know 307, 407s? Yeah, a little bit. 50 gallons been sitting for 10 years. I want to get it running. Should I put sealant in it before I add water? Probably. The thing is, you'd have to scrape it though. Sealant doesn't stick to sealant real well. So you wouldn't have to necessarily take it apart, but I would highly, if you're going to reseal it, I would highly recommend completely scraping the old sealant off and not just going over top of it. Water test it for sure though. Set that bitch outside, fill it up with water, let it sit all day, like overnight, and see if you have any leaks. Live goal achieved. Thank you. Oh fuck yeah! I'm sorry. I'm missing that. I'm missing it. Sending y'all, y'all sending the gifts. Thank you. I appreciate those. I really am not ignoring you on purpose. I promise. I have a question about goldfish. Okay. What's your question, bitch boy? All right, bitch boy. What the fuck you want? What do you recommend transporting a 10-gallon planted tank in? Take all the take it completely apart. So between buckets and like coolers, but completely take it down. Do not leave anything inside of that tank. That's my recommendation. I have busted too fucking many from leaving shit, and even trying to drive like across town. Vegetables and herbs. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a gardener, as they say on TikTok. Why would it not be pushing out water? It's like there's no flow. I ripped the entire filter apart. Was it working before? And did you prime it? Did you make sure that the canister was like filled with water before you started it? That'd be my first two questions. Completely redoing a 150. It's old with half-inch glass. Do I have to use spacers? Ooh. It's old with half-inch glass. So are you talking about spacers like to hold it up while you're putting in the silicone? Or what do you mean by spacers? Because I want to say no, but I want to make sure I understand what you're asking first. Ever had Beichers? Yes, but very briefly. Cindy said, damn. Oh, hang on, I missed some. Zaw, yes sir. Do you know about breeding angelfish? I don't. I had 3 and then 2 of them were eaten and one started to turn back for a month. Then I added more and it, okay. Bitch boy. Where? About a goldfish. I had 3 and then 2, so you lost 1. Oh, I had 3 and then 2 of them were eaten. The remaining one started to turn black for a month. Then I added more and it turned to its... Okay. That may be just a defense mechanism. If it turned back to normal color when you put more in it, then primed, okay. Have you had it before? Like, have you had the running? Yes. Okay. So, and you primed it? Yes. Ooh, did you clean the impeller? And dumb question, did you make sure you opened the valves back up when you turned it on? I've done that, troubleshot it, and all I did was never open the fucking things. And do you know how long it took? No, I have not dealt with planaria worms. To get rid of snails, an assassin snail is one of the best ways to get rid of them that I'm aware of. And then other than that, you really control the population by reducing what they have to eat. So, preventing algae buildup, frequently removing uneaten food, stuff like that. That all will help bring that population down. In between the joints, when I took it apart, there were little plastic spacers. Oh. And it's glass? Discontinued in some alcohol, tobacco. Okay, well, if you're here, I hope you're still here. Okay. Oh, restricted. Oh. We got in a little bit of trouble. Primed. How do I get snails? Okay. Yeah, the spacer thing in between the joints, I've never heard about that with glass. I don't have an answer for you. I haven't done big tanks like that either, but that's new to me. Why does my tank always get milky? I have 2 filters and I don't overfeed. The water is perfect. When it gets milky, that to me is generally a bacteria bloom, which is not necessarily a bad thing. A couple questions I'd have is one, when you clean your tank, are you like pulling things out and cleaning them? Because that could cause that. 2 would be if you're like cleaning your filter super frequently and stuff like that could cause that, or your cycle just wasn't fully caught up to what you have in it yet. Because like I've gotten a bacterial bloom in those, and it's like, oh, okay, like you kind of just gotta let it catch up sometimes. I like auto sinkless a lot for that, or snails. Mystery snails are good. I don't know how big a tank, 40 gallon, but I'm scared of getting one that will crack. I've never heard of and or had the issue of 40s in particular being any more dangerous than anything else. Valves on. There is a flow, but not as strong as usual. The next thing I'd say is see if anything's clogged in the lines, the intake, like the part that's inside of your tank. Check all that stuff and see. Or maybe it has some air in it. Maybe you need to burp it, let it run for a second, turn it off, shake it, prime it a little bit, maybe plug it back in. Put cucumber down, then when they go to take it out and throw it away. Oh, yeah, that's a good one too. For the snails, put the cucumber down, let them all get piled on it, and then toss it. That's a good one. 1/2-inch glass, yeah, shit, I don't know. Most 40s aren't as risky as a 75 or up. Oh, do you just mean in general? Like, is that a big tank for you? Is that going up to a big tank? My bad. I forget that that's a big tank for somebody sometimes. I'm like 40. I'm like, that's fine. It's not like a big tank. As long as you set them up, the biggest thing is leveling them correctly and making sure your tank is supported. And I think you'll be fine. And keep an eye on it. Watch the sealant and stuff like that. How do you get your aquarium super clear? Just general maintenance and being careful to not overfeed. And just, I guess, cleaning the substrate up. Plants and water movement help also. Because the plants do a good job of capturing the stuff that's floating in the water and dropping it. So that's actually like aquatic plants, like in your aquarium. That's a big. So they catch the particles, drop it to their substrate, which is adding nutrients to them, and then that is like clearing the water up around it too. Plants are huge. Like, absolutely got to put plants in your tank. Strongly recommend. I bet you never want to leave that room, especially with what's in that tent. Yeah, you know that's right. Hopefully only getting better. Thanks. Yeah, I wish I could help more. Because, like, other than that, like, it's, I don't know, broken. Janice, yeah, I'm new with tanks. Had a small one crack on me. Oh, yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, the main things are, get yourself a level, a basic bubble level. Get yourself. I would get wood shims. You can go buy them at most any like hardware type box store. Their little pack comes in a pack. Little wood shims, and I would really encourage you to take the time to level your stand and everything. Um, Having the weight distributed evenly is a big part of their strength. So if you have that weight too much on one side or another one, you know, it fucks shit up. Woo! Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi puppies. Hi y'all. Hi y'all. But nah, I do. I really enjoy chilling in here. I need to get it's growing and expanding in here quite a bit. I am breeding, so it'll be expanding a lot for breeding tanks and stuff like that. Plants as well. I'm working on propagating, selling plants, stuff like that. So there'll start to be more and more plants coming in here that you'll see. So yeah, it's the spot. It's the spot. It's a good time. It's a good time. Oh, where'd my water go? Whew, all right. I've got a bunch of plants in the living room right now too. That's kind of the first like decorative spot. And then I need to get stuff posted. I don't know if y'all are messaging or not, but nothing is coming through. FYI, if you're trying to ask me something, I haven't seen anything. But I've got a fair bit of houseplants. Working on getting those going. Oh, fucking crusty. Let me see. Hang on. Indy, leave it. Leave it. Neighbors ain't doing nothing to you. The neighbors ain't doing nothing to you. Oh, man. Oh, hello. I've already stripped all of these pretty good. I need to get up. I probably ought to go do that now. Go start fucking checking my eggs and shit. I think I will. I think I'm going to take a fat dab. I don't know about fat, but I'm going to take a little dab. And then go start. I just sent you a message. Can't send. Oh. Yeah, I got you. Out for now. Yeah, take it easy, boss. You miss him? You quit smoking? Alright, I got you. I'll read the message in a minute, but I accepted your message. Alright, I got you. I'm here. Sorry, been listening, was driving. You got nothing to apologize for. The only reason I make that statement is because my chat blocks people so often. And so, like, if it goes from busy to quiet all of a sudden, sometimes I like to make that point just in case that's what's going on. That's all. Again, the only one obligated to anything is me here. All my own. Yeah, just your own choice. I got you. What up, dude? Oh, I don't know where my glasses went. What are you doing? Working on your pictures and stuff?
Yeah, I got my stuff moved up in my room.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All that.
Bet. I found my glasses. Fucking eyes hurt.
Can you pass the torch for me just a second?
Yeah, that thing was, I had a hard time keeping it lit, too.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
Yeah, the struggle's real. I think she's mad at the neighbors.
Indica!
Not sure. I'm good. I'm working on this.
Indica! No, ma'am.
She's not fuck. That's what I'm telling them.
She's barking at the tree.
Oh, is she?
Oh, I think there's a dead animal on the other side of the fence.
That squirrel probably. That I tossed the squirrel.
What?
You can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be that. That's where I tossed that squirrel.
I
Oh.
guess you said that barking at it.
And you can see it from here?
Yeah.
Oh, must have landed. Damn. So I didn't throw it. So I threw it like just outside of the gap.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
dumb.
sit on the sidewalk.
That's dumb.
You can see the squirrel? How did the squirrel die?
I don't know.
Freeze, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. Because it didn't look like the dogs had like gotten to it or anything.
Right.
So this is my best guess. You want soda? The machines are down. Said the machines are down.
Wait, they could be back up again.
They could be.
We could go check.
I have zero desire to drive down there just to check, my guy.
I'm just saying.
I know you're saying.
Good. Check.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know that I don't want to do that at all. I would. Didn't.
Why are they packed down? It's a whole ass trunk.
Hey, Dad, did you know on No Man's Sky you can actually lock your settings, which means like your game difficulty settings. You lock it, you can't unlock it and change any of the settings. Ever again. Oh, not the world.
I think it's pretty.
And I'm actually currently using that on one of my little things now. Man, I changed it to shit and oh. But he didn't make any rice.
Dad. Dad.
were you saying now?
Didn't make any rice.
No, I forgot.
I can make some rice right now.
Go for it.
Possibly.
Go for it.
I think I might do it.
Take a second. I'm gonna start fucking.
Nobody stopped me?
No, I got stuff I gotta do in here, bud. I gotta get up here in a minute and do some fish stuff. I didn't expect that shit to get busy right off the rip.
What, you're live?
Yeah. But nope, that's what I'm working on over to next.
Maybe.
You did awesome. Thank you. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get over there and start cleaning up. Not cleaning up, but I gotta do the daily shit, feed everybody, and check for babies, and yep. Oh, which actually, I can go check the eggs right now, see if they got anything.
We got some babies on the way. Damn, you man. Hey, babish. Any babies?
Yep, we got a few. Well,
Yeah.
eggs at least.
Oh. Dad, can I have your Pepsi?
No. Actually, I'm gonna grab that.
You haven't even opened it.
I know, because I haven't been ready to drink it yet.
I think it might be shook. It's like caps all pushed out.
Is it? Oh.
You good? Yeah, no, it was pushed out, but very, very slightly. You still up?
Like a dude. I am. Alright.
Yeah, we got 360.
Yeah, I got busy there I had a lot of people popping in and asking
And
questions.
we got 2 people in there right now.
Yeah. Well, Ariel is in most of my lives, most every time. She just hang out. She do the hang out.
What you doing?
Looking for eggs. So this ain't gonna be the right light for it. Let's see.
Even brighter light.
Oh, I actually think it might be too. Oh, there we go. Oh, that angle's the way to go. Much better. Making dinner? Hell yeah. What's dinner?
Yeah, we already ate dinner.
What's on the... I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about our dinner. Ariel said she's making dinner, and I said, what's she making for dinner?
To who?
Jesus, not you. Snooping ass. looks like 4, 6. Oh, 7. There's like as I like look around. Oh, yeah. No, that's not one. Just kidding. All right. I think I got everybody. So it looks like so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of that. That's not bad. Sirloin. What fish is best for 20 gallon? Mollies would do well in a 20 gallon. Guppies would do good in a 20 gallon. Beta is always a good choice for a 20 gallon. Yeah. You got some options with a 20 gallon. There we go. Alright, well, that's reset.
So do we have eggs?
Yeah. Never mind.
Just gotta wash them.
It's gonna what?
Wash them.
Fish eggs.
Oh yeah. 6, 7, something like that.
We still got one person in the lab, no?
Yeah. Just trying to kind of not so much water change, but clean it up in here. Not suck up eggs or baby fish in the process.
Wait, did we have some hatch?
Well, we might. I haven't seen any yet, but
Well, yeah, they're gonna be pretty much almost as clear as this, so.
once I need to get some black acrylic paint, and then yeah, I'll paint this, and we got other things that we can paint too.
I mean, literally just paint it black and those.
Going to.
We have black paint.
Not the kind that are the like regular house paint doesn't really work.
We said we use house paint. We have paint.
Yes, but regular house paint doesn't really work for stuff like this. You need acrylic paint. I don't have any acrylic paint.
We have painting paint that we could use.
Yeah, that would classify as the regular house paint that I'm talking about. Because it's oil based or water based. It's not acrylic.
We have acrylic paint.
Where?
Those bottles
What bottles?
of paint in the office.
I don't know what bottles of paint in the office you're talking about, buddy. You're making rice?
No.
No. For some reason I thought you said you were making rice. Oh, okay. to be honest.